Welcome back. Captain Stancom here with the latest installment of the definitive guide to every clone trooper LEGO has ever made. And this is a subset of my Know Your Clone series here on YouTube, and if you'd like to see the rest of that series, I'll provide a link in the description below. And before we get started, I'm just going to ask that you please subscribe to this channel. I've made a lot of videos in this series so far, and I've got a lot more coming. So be sure to not only subscribe, but also turn on notifications, so that way you know as soon as the latest video drops. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. And today's clone trooper is the Clone ARC Trooper Hammer from Rancor Battalion. And this clone trooper only appears in one set, the 9488 Elite Clone Trooper and Commando Droid Battle Pack from 2012. And only one of those clone troopers appear in that set. And this minifigure is based off of a clone trooper that appears in Star Wars The Clone Wars TV series, specifically in Season 3 ARC Troopers. And this clone trooper is often confused with the ARC Trooper Colt, who is brutally killed by Asajj Ventress with a lightsaber, but instead, he actually is Clone Trooper Hammer. And if you look carefully, the printings on Colt do not match this clone trooper, and Hammer only appears in a couple scenes from it. He's not mentioned by name, but Dave Filoni in an interview names him as Hammer, and that's why we go with that name. So even though he briefly appears, this is the clone trooper that this minifigure is based on. So taking a closer look at this clone trooper, we'll first take a look at his helmet. Now, this helmet is a unique print as well as a unique mold, and since this clone trooper came out in 2012, this is the first time since 2002 that a unique helmet mold was used on a clone trooper. So it's been 10 years since a unique helmet mold was used for a clone trooper and wasn't reused in another one. Next, removing his helmet, we'll take a look at his head, and this is the standard animated clone trooper head that appears on 19 different clone troopers, including this one. And besides these clone troopers, it also appears on the Senate Commandos that appear in the 8039 Venator-class Republic Star Destroyer from 2009, and 2 Senate Commandos appear in that set. And then it also appears in the 8128 Cad Bane Speeder from 2010 on both the Senate Commando Captain and the Senate Commando that appear in that set. And then finally, it is accidentally used on Anakin Skywalker in the 2011 88032 Play and Build Kit for Nintendo DS. So moving down to his torso, we see that this is a unique print that's on it. But attached to his torso are normal white arms that appear very commonly on clone troopers, and just like every clone trooper LEGO has made up until this point, both of the arms are not printed. And his hands are black, which is very common among clone troopers as well, with all but 10 clone troopers having black hands. And then finally, his legs are uniquely printed, and this is the only time that these legs appear on a clone trooper. Now, this clone trooper does have a bunch of accessories. This is the first LEGO clone trooper that has both a cloth kama as well as a cloth pauldron or lapels, just depending on what you want to describe those as. And then he does also come with a rangefinder and visor, and both of these are in red, the only time that a red rangefinder or visor are used on clone troopers. And finally, as far as accessories, he also has a pack that is built onto his back, and there's 4 pieces that make up that accessory. And finally, he does come equipped with 2 DL44 heavy blaster pistols. And as of summer 2022, the average price for this clone trooper is between $19 and $29.50, depending on whether you purchase him new or used. And there you have it, Clone ARC Trooper Hammer. Certainly a clone trooper that's not super well known, but still a great addition to the LEGO Star Wars clone trooper lineup. And that is where we're going to leave it until the next installment. And that next installment will feature Commander Gree in his Phase 1 armor. So if you want to see that video, be sure to subscribe and also turn on notifications, so that way you know as soon as that video drops. As always, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like. And until next time, this is Captain Stancom, signing out.